Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Sunday, August 1st. Can you believe that it is August 1st already? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, that means that it is time for Come Stamp Along with me. So if you are on, give me a shout out, a like or a love. Let me know you're here. And I'm going to share this over on the VIP group in case there's folks over there trying to watch. Of course, they've hidden that group again from me. There it is. Excellent. And one more place. Hello, everyone. Hey, Linda. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Corinne. Hey, Karen. Good to see everyone. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Jeannie. Hey, Lisa. Uh-oh, getting ready to storm. That's not good. Hi, Marlene. Thank you, ladies, for sharing. I appreciate that so much. I really do. One more share and we will get started. Yesterday was beautiful. We actually spent the night on the deck. We had friends come up and we had dinner on the deck, and we actually never left the table. We just sat there and talked. It was a beautiful, beautiful night. Today the humidity came back here, so not quite as nice. But yeah, so all right, I can't find my other group. See if I can search for it. They keep telling, every time I log in now, they tell me that they have a new page experience for me, and I'm scared to death to even look into it. Oh my goodness. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Thelma. Hey, Donna. Thank you for sharing, guys. Okay. All right. So August 1st, you know what that means? The countdown is on, right? I can't believe it's August 1st. Rick and I were just talking about that. During the summer, he works for the school district, and during the summer, he gets Fridays off, and he's down to his last 2 Fridays off. So hello, Valerie. So yeah, so that's kind of sad for us. Hey, Trish. Awesome, awesome. But anyway, just a reminder, because you still have until tomorrow night. If you haven't taken advantage of the designer paper sale and you want to, it ends tomorrow night. So make sure you get out there, you figure out which ones you want, and you get that order placed before that's gone. You don't have sound. Hi, Betty. Anybody else not have sound? See if that makes a difference. Thanks for sharing, ladies. Anybody else? Can you hear me? You're good. Okay, so Karen can hear me. All right. Thelma, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so yeah, so it sounds like the sound. Oh, you got it now. Okay, good. So anyway, yes, take advantage of this. Paper sale ends tomorrow night. Also, if you want the bonus bedazzled paper sampler in my paper share, make sure that you reach out to me or hit that registration form. I'll put that up in the description after the video to get in on the paper share. It's 103 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper for $40. Or you can just do the basic designer series papers, the new ones in the mini catalog, for $34. And then of course shipping, $8 shipping if you're not close to me. You can't do a porch pickup. But it's a really good deal. It lets you see and touch and feel and play with all the papers before you actually decide on what you really want to have in your arsenal, right? So you get the bonus bedazzled, which is the beautiful celebration paper, which I think I mentioned this and I didn't look it up, darn it. I will promise you I will look it up. But the bedazzled paper, the shaded summer, oh, I'll bet you it's the sheep frames too. So the shaded summer dies and the dies that go with the sheep stamp set, those are all while supplies last during celebration. So if those are on your list, I would prioritize them sooner. Like, don't wait till September or late September. Probably grab them in August, maybe even early August. so that you're sure not to miss out on those. Because I don't know that they'll be able, with it being only a 2-month period, I'm not sure they could order and get them back in. I'm not saying they can't. I just don't know. They're just saying, you know, supplies are limited or while supplies last. So I wanted to share that with you. And then, of course, yes, we're 2 days away, right? So this is Sunday night. So Tuesday, these catalogs go live. And here is my new monthly hostess code, right? So it's a new one, just started today. So if you are putting those orders in and it's not $150 order of your own that you can get your Stampin' Rewards on, then make sure you use this hostess code. Make sure, guys, if you're entering the hostess code, you're actually clicking the apply button that's right beside it on the screen. If you don't click that apply button, the code doesn't get applied. And I've been able to call Stampin' Up on a few, but I had one go in yesterday that I'm probably not going to be able to get the code applied on. So make sure you do that, because not only if it's a minimum $25 order, right, you get the Just cards, and they are looking like this for this month. There's that beautiful bedazzled paper, a great fall masculine birthday card, about a Christmas card that's the bookbinding fold. Love that. Another nice fall, maybe a Thanksgiving card. Hello, happy Thanksgiving. Cute. This is a brand new set, guys. Love that. We're actually playing with that just a little bit tonight. And then this pretty one as well. And this is, of course, the Nature's Harvest dies. So love this one as well. So those are the cards that you can earn with a minimum $25 product purchase this month with that hostess code. Okay. And what else do I want to tell you? Next Sunday night, I am taking over Come Stamp Along. Hey, Cheryl, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm taking over Come Stamp Along with me, and we are going to do our virtual catalog launch. Okay, those are always so much fun. I look forward to them. I hope you guys do too. I will be coming to you. I will be discriminating. How about demonstrating new products out of the catalog that you haven't seen yet. At least I think I'm going to do it that way. And I'll be doing at least 4 cards. We will have a prize patrol or 2 throughout the evening while I'm demonstrating. And then with a minimum $35 product order, there'll be a special code for the party. We will, you'll get the card kits for free. And then with a minimum $50 order, you will get one of my favorite embellishments out of the new mini catalog, in addition to the card kits. And there might just be another add-on there, because I am celebrating 18 years with Stampin' Up in August. And let me tell you, for somebody that signed up to get a discount and expected to get out 3 months later, I'm still standing thanks to a lot of you. So there's probably going to be a little extra bonus at that $50 level as well. But we'll talk about that on Sunday night. But make sure you set your calendar, mark your calendar, set your clock, whatever, 8 o'clock on, I believe that's the 8th, right? Yeah. On August 8th, we will be doing the catalog launch. All right. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, I still can't believe it. It's a little bit nuts for me. I will have a newsletter coming out too. It should hit your mailboxes. If not, Monday night, first thing Tuesday morning, with some of them, you know, some details and that kind of stuff, just reminders that the catalog's live and all that. I am doing a Christmas Stamp-A-Stack as well. I'm starting my Stamp-A-Stacks. I always do those every year. And so these are the 4 cards that will be part of the Stamp-A-Stack. And there will be additional information in the newsletter about these, but aren't they pretty? Oh, I love them. I love every one of them. I'm having so much fun playing with the new stuff, and I know you guys are going to love all of it. These are those beautiful iridescent snowflakes, right? And then we've got some of the balmy blue gems and some opals on there as well. And then this is more of that bedazzled paper. Makes a great belt buckle, guys. And of course the gingerbread. And then this just looked vintage to me. I was going for vintage. Hi, Carol. Thank you for sharing. Oh, thanks, Ashley. If I can keep standing, right? Thank you, Jeannie. Yes, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. But I just think this looks very vintage. I love this ribbon. This is going to sell like crazy. It's that beautiful cherry cobbler with the gold metallic through it. So those are the 4. The Stamp-A-Stacks are 4 designs, 4 cards each. And as I said, there'll be more details in the newsletter that'll be coming out in the next day or 2. We will be doing in person there is stamping, as you can see on these. It's hard to do stamp a stack and not stamp, but you can certainly opt for a virtual class as well. So, all right, I think that is everything I had. Oh, wait, I have to talk about these, right? So these are the cards, the masculine cards that we made on Thursday. What day of the week it is, guys. And the winner of these is Stacy. And Stacy, I don't know if you popped on. I didn't see you. So I will see you at some point here in the next week or two. So I will make sure that you have these. Or if I'm coming over towards the pike, I'll drop them off for you. But congratulations. Oh, thanks, guys. Yes, you put up with me for 18 years. How many more years can you put up with me for, right? Some of my wonderful team members are on here as well, and appreciate all that, guys. All right, yeah, I think the actual date is the 5th, but I have to look it up to be sure. So we'll see. But anyway, there'll be an extra goodie with that catalog launch. All right, let's stamp. What do you say? All right, pulling everything out. So I said that we were going to play with this new stamp set, which of course I'm a fall girl, so I absolutely love this, right? The pretty pumpkins, so cute. Look at this really pretty pumpkin. Oh, that's so pretty. And then we have the trio, lots of greenery to go with your pumpkins, beautiful fonts gathered together. So thankful for you. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And by the way, ladies, this is National Girlfriends Day. So I thought this was the perfect card to make, because if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. It applies to every single one of you, right? So thank you for being in my life and for your friendship and your support. It means a lot. And then these are the coordinating dies. Aren't they pretty? Look at this. This you saw on that one, where'd that card go? So this die creates this pumpkin back here. No, my girlfriend's her handle's actually Stampin' Queen, so she's really the Stampin' Queen. But we do have fun together, so I'll be part of her court. But yeah, so I love this. I love the dies, and of course we have ones that cut out all of our images, our stamped images, so all of your greenery, and then we have more greenery, and then this cool pumpkin, which I haven't played with this one yet, but I think that's going to be a fun one too. So that is Pretty Pumpkins. It is a bundle in that brand new catalog, and the dies are called Detailed Pumpkin Dies. All right, let us show you the project now. So this is what we call a pyramid card. And we used to do, I've done these in the past, did them years ago. But it actually sits up like this, which I know is hard to see on camera, right? But it's a fun fold. You know, we always try to do at least one fun fold on Sunday nights. And this one I made a Halloween card, but we're going to make a fall one together. So I think it's fun. Now, the trick here is you have a Velcro something, whether you have a little square, a circle, whatever. So that opens up like that. You stamp your greeting across. I think tonight I'm going to try keeping my whites just a little bit closer together, but this does in fact fold flat, and it does fit into a standard envelope. So you don't have to worry about it not being able to mail it. You might have to send a little bit of instruction along so that someone who receives it knows to find that Velcro and put it together so they have their pyramid card to display, right? Okay. So let's start with that. Okay, so I think I know one person that's stamping tonight. Is anybody else stamping along tonight? Yeah, you can get the, I bought for my Christmas camp last year, I bought a huge roll of them. You can get them lots of places, Dollar Store, Walmart, I mean, you know, places like that. Okay. Just watching. Okay, good. Cool. Oh, you just put the boys to bed. Okay. Okay, well, hey, I love it when you come hang out with me. Absolutely, that's fabulous. And I love it when you stamp with me. So you can't really make me upset. Yeah, we did it in club years ago. Absolutely. So you have 3 squares. I think these are 3 7/8 if I remember correctly. I should print that off and have it with me, and I never do. And they, of course, are scored on the diagonal. And now I put that in the instructions. Just going to give them a little crease with the bone folder. You're going to try to keep up. Okay, Cindy, I'll try to remember. I get going and I forget you're all stamping. And then I laid it out like this because I think it's, especially if you are stamping with me, it's easier maybe to get the visual. So your 2 squares line up like this. And then this one is eventually going to come in like so. But we're going to lay that aside for the moment because we're going to deal with our pieces here. Now, 2 patterns, but I'm going to use one design and just use the opposite sides of the patterns, right? So I have my 2 large squares, which are going to cover these triangles, and then the 2 small ones will cover that. And then we have the whisper white, basic white. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer and my paper cutter, and I'm going to cut these. Down. And even though there's trees in there, I'm not too worried about the orientation because it really is pretty much an all over pattern, right? I'm lining up the points in the channel of the trimmer, and I'm just going to cut. And so this can be there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This one's definitely an all over pattern. And again, I'm lining up the 2 points in the channel, and I'm cutting. And then those will cover like that. So I think having that visual on the side here, and I'll bring it back in as soon as I'm done cutting, helps you understand what the layout looks like. There they are. I'm like, okay, I had the smaller squares. And because I'm using just one pattern, but both sides of it, I probably only really needed one of these squares. We'll see. Again, just lining those points up in the channel and cut. So this one will go like so, and this one will go like so. All right, I think until we're ready to do the white, that's all the cutting I have to do. Now I'm going to bring back in my pieces of for my base, my squares. And we're going to get this all mounted. So this one going to go there. Okay, it is cut just, I think it's just an 1/8, might be a 1/4, an 1/8 or a 1/4 shorter. And I inadvertently grabbed my Stampin' Seal Plus. You do not need Stampin' Seal Plus to do this. You can do regular seal, but they're both in the drawer, and my hand hit that one and I pulled it right out. So we will revert over to the other one. And then we're going to bring this one in here. Tonight's a lot about squares and triangles, right? So if you didn't like geometry, I'm sorry. Trying to make sure my border the whole way around is even. Yeah, I think it's an 1/8 of an inch that we cut here. And then on this one, we're going to do the opposites, right? So this piece is going to go here, and this piece is going to go here. And even though these look like, you know, a complicated project, it's really not. Once you've done it, it kind of sticks in your head. The first time you do it, you love geometry and you love this card. Excellent. Excellent. I was not a big math person. I did all right in high school, and then I went to college, and oh God. I did not take a lot of, so we're going to put this piece right here. Okay. And then this piece is going to go right here. Let's just say I did my core competencies in high school in math, and then I did other things besides math classes in high school. So we're alternating the patterns so we don't end up with two patterns exactly the same, matching up, right? We want that variety, if you will. And then this piece is going to come in, and look how beautifully that lines up. Okay. No, it is early espresso, Ashley. Early espresso is what we have here. I'm going to make sure my point aligns with the point of the square. Okay. And that my channel aligns, right? And that looks really good to me. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. How you doing, Cindy? Don't forget, guys, to like, love, comment, and share this video for me, and you will be entered into the drawing for these cards. And I don't even put my name on them, so you can tell your friends you made them. How about that? Let's see how that looks. No. I'm a little too far south. Let's come at it from this angle. There we go. So when it folds up, that's when you get your pyramid, right? And I should have creased that a little bit more. I can see already. And then we're going to look at it on the back here. Something's overlapping back here. Let's fix that, shall we? Oh, yes. Just a little bit. There we go. Much better. So that's what it will look like when you fold it up. Okay. And you want to make sure, you want to decide which side you want to be your focal point, right? So let's fold this one back up so I can show you what I mean. Like, I really wanted the pumpkins and cats to be what you sat and looked at. So you want to make sure that if that's what you want, you have your piece closing so that you get a different perspective. Okay. So some reason, what did I do? I did something. Yes, I did. Do you see what I did? Can I get it off? Cindy, I'm giving you plenty of time tonight. Let's try flipping these over. I'm like, some reason I've got the patterns beside each other, and we don't want that. So if you get to your seal in a timely fashion, you can usually pull it off. Well, I'm going to have the same problem over here. I don't understand. All right, so mine is going to look the same, right? We're going to try this. We're going to flip them and see what happens. Yeah, you can usually get your seal off, but if you let it sit for any kind of an extended period of time, you're not going to pull that off too easily. There we go. All right, now, there we go. That's what I wanted. See, so this is either side you can look at and see. You just want to make sure if this is the side you want up, facing out on the when the card is standing up, that you are putting your closure, your Velcro closure, on this back flap. What you don't want to do is close it this way. So this one goes on top and it's in the back. If you close it this way, you're actually going to see that closure when you're looking at the front of your card. Does that make sense? So you always want to play with it first, make sure you have it aligned the way you want it, and then make sure that your overlap is allowing you to put the closure towards the back, not the front. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we're going to go ahead now. We're going to do the inside. Okay. And we just trim this down diagonally. Line the points up in the track. And if you're more comfortable drawing a line, you know, taking a pencil and a ruler and drawing a line, by all means, you can absolutely do that. And I want to make sure I have these. Okay, this is the way they're going to go. We're going to keep them as close as we can. We're going to bring this in. This is a red rubber stamp, so I'm not going to worry about if friends were pumpkins. I'd pick you, all of you. Not going to worry about a foam pad underneath. And we're going to give this some Cajun Craze ink. And I'm going to make sure they're as tight as I can make them. It looks pretty good. What do you think? And then it'll just have a little gap in the center, which just adds a little bit of interest. So that's going to go on that side. Piece on this side. So great fall color, or yeah, great fall colors. You could absolutely make this a really fun card to set on your Thanksgiving table, right? Looks like a little teepee, pyramid teepee. How appropriate for the holiday season, right? I stamped that trio of pumpkins. Okay, and then I just fussy cut this guy out, colored him with some blends because I want to put him, I think, right there. Now I'm not going to pop it. I could pop him up with dimensionals, actually. I wasn't going to, but you know what? I think I will. Okay, can you believe that I am down to less than a half a sheet of big dimensionals? It's good I have an order going in this week, huh? So we're just going to stick that there. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. I love it. I love that greeting. Now we're going to come over here, and I've already die cut a circle from Cajun Craze and then a piece from Basic White. And I have So Thankful for You. See, this was the perfect card to make tonight with all of you on Girlfriends Night. However, I need slide this up a second so I can see the white, the edges of the white circle, because I don't know about you guys, but stamping on a white piece of paper and trying to hit another white piece of paper doesn't always work out. And then we'll mount those two together. I have to go grab my Velcro dot. I thought about it earlier. I'm like, oh, I didn't put that in my box. And then I never went and grabbed it. Oh, good. It's fixable. All right. That's good. Anytime it's fixable, it's not a big mistake, right? grabbed an envelope while I was over there too, so I could show you that it does in fact fit in the envelope. So we're going to bring this back in. This is the side, or is it? Yeah, this is definitely the side I want. So my Velcro dot is going to go right there. And I don't use a full one. You don't need a full one for something like this. But what I do, and my wonderfully brilliant mother taught me this a long time ago, is I'm not going to try to cut the pieces and then put them on individually and all of that. I'm going to marry the dot, the loop and the hook side together, and I'm going to cut. Now, I do not recommend you cut this with your good scissors as I do it. So this is one of those examples of do what I say, not what I do, right? And then I'm just going to take 1/4 of one. So you can get 4 cards out of one full-size Velcro dot. I think they do have minis out there as well. So if you bought a mini, you'd be fine. But then I'm just going to peel one side off. I'm going to put the little triangular point into the point. Okay. Then I'm going to peel the other side off. This way I don't have to try to line this up. I'm just going to seal it like that and press it together. Okay, then it is perfectly aligned. I didn't have to do any fussy and trying to get it to line up, nothing like that. And then this piece, we're just going to put right there. And we could also put that on with a dimensional. Let's do that. That's probably good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I like these. These are fun. And you can put it up higher if you want it higher. You can put it that it's centered on there. I'm going to go about midway, just like that. Okay. So now you can see that if I had done it the other way, and this was my side I was using, you see how you would see that piece that we're closing. So that's why you want to always make sure that's going towards the back of how you want to position your card. I'm going to grab just an embellishment, probably champagne rhinestones. What do you think? I think that'll be good on here. Yeah, it would be a great placard for turkey dinner. Absolutely. Nameplate. Yep. Yes, it would. It's very, very cute. And we're just going to put one little champagne rhinestone right in the center of that, just to give it a little bit of bling. Always got to have just a little bit of bling, right? Ah, okay, Jerry. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. There you go, guys. What do you think? That's a good one, huh? I like that one. Okay. And then here's the Halloween one. And then that's how they look, like that. And then let me just show you that I'm not pulling your leg. And there it goes into a regular envelope. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. So it goes right into the envelope, pulls out. Like I said, you might want to say, open and attach Velcro or something so that your recipient knows they've got a really cool card to display. All right. So that is project number 1. Let me grab project number 2. I swear it doesn't matter how big my table is. I still need more space. It's just a little bit crazy, right? Anybody else feel like that when they're stamping? So number 2 is not a fancy fold, but it is a card that I know some of you will really like because there's a few of you that are quilters. So how about a quilt pattern card? Isn't that cute? And this is our new Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. Yeah, good. I'm not alone. I'm glad to hear that you need more space too. This is the new Peaceful Place Designer Series paper that I'm using. That is one of the celebration items that coordinates with that cute little Peaceful Deer stamp set and punch. So that is going to be a really popular one as well, I think. And the colors in that are just great. I decided to stay very traditional with the reds and greens, right? Garden green and real red. And I am mixing it with some older stamp sets, my Merry Christmas and my Inside Greeting all come from Snowman Season. And then Banner Year, which was a sleeper, I think, in last year's holiday catalog, and they carried it into the annual catalog, has all this. That's where my Happy Thanksgiving came from. I'm not 100% sure, but that may be the only actual Happy Thanksgiving greeting that we have. And it's nice. It's a nice size. It's a nice font. But you also have, you know, Christmas wishes on there. Happy fall, y'all. With a grateful heart. Happy haunting. Guess who loves you? So this carries you through, you know, fall to pretty much Valentine's Day. And then you have all these cute little images as well. And we're going to use the berries and the holly in the center of our Encircled in Beauty die, which is the coordinating die set for the Encircled in Friendship stamp. All right, so let's put that over here. This is a great card to use up your little tiny pieces of leftover designer series paper when you have cut other things out of it and you're like, I can't bear to throw this away. What am I going to do with it? I got your solution right here. I already die cut the cute little circle with that pretty edge on it. Those Encircled in Beauty dies are awesome. First thing is that our card base is the thick basic white, 4 1/4 by 11. Cindy, are you ready? I should have asked you that before I just moved right onto this. And then we have a layer of garden green and real red. This is our basic white that's back here. And this is our square. And it goes edge to edge, point to point, right? We're going to actually emboss this. Awesome. We're going to actually emboss this, but I'm not going to tape it down, and you'll understand my craziness in a few when I show you the rest of this project. But we're going to emboss this with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And of course, this is a 3D folder. And I'm going to very carefully, actually, you know what, I am going to cheat because, you know, it's here, so why not use it, right? I'm going to use my Post-it note tape. I tell you, I still haven't, maybe that'll be Tuesday's tip. Maybe I'll show you why I actually got the Post-it note tape in the first place. Tuesday at 2 for our tip, because I still haven't shown you that. I'm too busy using it to hold my dies and my pieces in place, right? But I forget, when I first showed this, somebody asked me if it was better than using washi tape. Well, I didn't have it with me one day, so I did use washi tape. Yeah, I've never, knock on wood, my head, I've never torn the cardstock using the Post-it note tape. But sure enough, when I used the washi tape that day, it did tear my paper. So we're going to run it through. I'm going to do it over here on the side because it's just easier than trying to drag my die cutting machine in. And of course, base plate, or if you still have the one with the flip pages on it, you want to open it up the whole way, put your embossing folder with your cardstock in it, and then put either your blue or your gray 3D embossing plate on it, right? So can you see that detail, hopefully? Because we've got 2 layers in there, it's even a little deeper embossed than normal. But here's what I love. And I'm hoping it'll show up on camera. Can you see the triangle that was embossed right into it? Can you see that? I'm not sure which way to hold it for you to be able to see it. But hopefully you can see that there's the square, as we position it, is embossed differently than the outside edges. That's going to be very helpful. I'm going gently because I really don't want to undo what I said. There we go. Just peels right off. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut our 4 triangles. And I know that you're thinking, well, this is a whole big piece back here, but it's really not. It is literally these little pieces cut on the diagonal. So as I said, squares and triangles. And I didn't plan it that way. It's just how it fell apart, or fell together, I should say. So, yep, line up your corners in the track and cut your 4 squares. Actually, these 2 we don't cut. We just cut this one, right? Okay. So we have our green. That's what we're going to start with. And we're going to line these up right even with the edge of the white. I don't know what's on there, something on there. Just like that, okay? So let's do that. Really can't use the seal if the cap's on it, can you? And you do want to be as precise as you can be on placing this, right? You want to be right along that white edge. And you want those tips to be meeting in the center. And here I am trying to do white on white again, which is why I keep picking it up to look at it. But that looks pretty good. Do the same thing over here. And truly all around patterns or all over patterns, rather than patterns that are in a direction, are your best friend when you're doing this particular design. I'm not really hung up on which direction my pine is going. It's that it has pine on it. Okay, let's pick that up and make sure I'm good on my edge. And I am. And now I can lay, look how that helps me line that up. So I always put these pieces down first, and then this just helps us get it aligned appropriately. And I can go ahead and mount that a while. Now remember, when you're using, this is the Peaceful Place. It is the designer paper that is part of Celebration, and it coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle, the punch and stamp set in the new August through December mini catalog. Now your points are going to the edge as well, on this side and on this side, right? So you want to make sure you have that aligned. Well, that looks pretty good to me. And then we're going to come in with these pieces. Okay, and again, you're going to line those up. These are going to go tight to your red edges, and the points are going to meet in the center. And if you wanted to, you could even introduce another designer series paper and put it into where I just left the red embossed. I was going to do that, and I actually really liked it just with the embossed cardstock there. So I did not add that third DSP, but you could. We have such beautiful DSP, you know, you want to show it all off. This is another one that goes together pretty fast. Once you have all your pieces cut and your diagonals cut, it doesn't take much time. We're going to go ahead and mount that on our green. Go. Very careful with the seal again on the embossed cardstock. You don't want to grab those broken down fibers and pull them with your seal. And of course, you can also use your Tombow liquid glue or, you know, whatever adhesive you have, just to be careful. Oh, thank you, Marlene. You can't go wrong with traditional Christmas colors, right? You can't go wrong with the reds and the greens. This I actually put on my card with dimensionals, but let's go ahead and stamp the center of our die, and we'll do our greeting as well. Right, exactly. Don't you love cards that look complicated but really aren't? I do. I love that effect. And I especially love it when I'm stamping in person with you guys and you're like, oh my gosh, what does she want us to try to do? And then you're like, well, that was easy. That really puts a smile on my face. All right. So we did our holly. And now we're going to put our berries in there. And you could actually do, if you didn't want to do the berries here, you could actually put 3 of the real red or the red rhinestones on there instead. This I am going to mount with a dimensional. Got to have some depth there, right? Okay, isn't that pretty? I just love it. And then let's bring in our tag or our reading line here. Now I'm doing white on white again. I'm going to cheat, guys. Maybe. That's a little rocky. That might not work for me. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Did you see that? That is one of the challenges of photopolymer stamps. I had a piece of scrap paper here earlier tonight, but now when I need it, there it is. This is a well-loved stamp. I used it a lot last year, and I suspect I'll be using it a lot this year because it is a nice, long Merry Christmas. Let's see if we can do this. Take my glasses off. Fingers crossed I hit it. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's not close that. Let's go ahead and stamp the inside of our card first too. Always like to do all that stuff because if I mess it up, I can either grab another piece of paper, a piece of cardstock, or I can actually just put an insert, even though it's a basic white layer or base, I could still put an insert over it and cover up whatever I messed up. I'm hoping my head is not in the camera. I'm very excited because I'm down to 3.5 days until I get to see if we can do anything for my long distance vision and all that good stuff, right? So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so we're going to put this on a little layer of real red with just a 1/8 inch border around it. We have a good inside greeting, and we could even put a little holly in there to carry the card front into the inside of the card, right? We are going to put dimensionals on all of this now. Has anybody, I know I asked you this probably just the last time we were together, but has anybody started Christmas cards? Anybody looking forward to the Stamp-A-Stacks to help you get your Christmas cards done? Because literally when you leave Stamp-A-Stack, you've got 16 cards ready to go, envelopes and everything. All you got to do is go home and address them. So that's pretty cool. So check that out in the newsletter. I'll probably, like I said, it'll either be out when you wake up, unless you get up before 6:30, because I usually post it at 6:30. Or I'll send it out Monday night. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how my day goes tomorrow. You're working on Christmas cards right now. Good for you. Awesome. Look at you. You got some parts cut. You have in your head. Yeah, I do a lot of that too. Yes, Stamp-A-Stack. Stamp-A-Stack. You've got your cards done, Carol? That's fabulous. That's awesome. And welcome, Carol. I don't know that I've seen you watch us before. How are you tonight? Where are you watching from? It'll evolve, right? Well, we have retreat coming up too, Trish. So, you know, that's always a good place to work on Christmas cards. And there is our greeting. And of course, we got to add a little bling. Who, me? Do I ever sleep? Oh, you're in Montana. Well, welcome. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, I wish you lived closer too, Linda, but you can always get the kits and just substitute whatever stamps you have, right? If you don't have the ones I'm using or aren't purchasing the ones I'm using out of the mini, then just substitute what you got. At least it's all cut and kind of designed for you, right? That's the cool thing. Do I ever sleep? Somebody asked me. Very rarely. No. I actually sleep more than I used to. When I was working a full-time corporate job, I didn't sleep very much at all, but I do get a few more hours now. All right, guys, there you go. What do you think? Like that one too? I really like tonight's cards, to be honest with you. And I sit down and I have no idea what I'm going to create. And then it just, like somebody just said, it just kind of evolves. So there are our pyramid cards, which I know it's probably not a great view. And then there are the quilted Christmas cards. Okay, great. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget to like, love, share, comment, share the video with your friends, share it on your main feed, wherever. You will be entered into the drawing for the set of these cards. And I'll be back on Tuesday with a tip. And I think now I'm going to try to remember to make it be the technique with the Post-it note tape, right? It's time I showed you that. I've had this since Christmas last year. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Hey, have a good beginning of your week, and I will look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.